Hello folks, this is Larry Strelecki from Assured Concepts Group with our April 2016 Educational Economic Update. In this video, we'll talk about some of the economic events that influenced markets in the last month and also give you some insight into what they could mean for you as an investor. Now, after several rocky months for financial markets, March turned out several weeks of market gains, giving investors hope for the spring. Also, after months of strength, the U.S. dollar weakened against other currencies. A strong dollar makes domestic goods more expensive to foreign buyers, which has hurt corporate profits. A comparatively weaker dollar, as we now have, will help make U.S. products more competitive on the global market, which should over time be reflected in international demand for our goods. Last month was also important for central bank policies. The European Central Bank, the Bank of Japan, and Federal Reserve all held meetings to determine monetary policy. In recent years, there has been a divide between the Fed, which is moving away from ultra-low rates, and European and Japanese central banks, which are fighting slow economies with negative interest rates and quantitative easing. However, discussions at the March Fed meeting show that U.S. economists are also becoming more concerned about growth and considering options to spur things on. During the March meeting, the Fed voted to hold rates steady and indicated that officials are planning for a slower pace of rate hikes this year than anticipated in earlier sessions. Remarks after the meeting show that the Fed economists are divided. Some officials want to start raising rates soon, while others favor a wait-and-see approach. However, Fed Chair Janet Yellen has been clear about her intention to remain cautious in the face of global risk. We also received some good economic news last month. The final estimate of fourth quarter economic growth showed that the GDP grew at an annual rate of 1.4% instead of the 1% originally reported, and much of this improvement came from stronger than expected consumer spending, which is great news for the economy. The reduction in oil prices, which has severely hurt the energy sector, may finally be showing some positive outcomes in other areas of the economy. The labor market also continued to add jobs in March, which supports further spending as well. Now, on the other hand, the increased spending at the end of 2015 may have come at the expense of some growth in the first quarter of 2016. Consumer spending data from January was revised lower, causing first quarter GDP forecasts to plummet. Looking ahead, we'll be awaiting reports from the first quarter that ended in March to see whether the numbers support or weaken concerns about growth this year. We're not the only ones who will be closely monitoring the data. We know that the Fed will be watching ahead of its April meeting to see whether the economy can support additional rate increases. Will they raise interest rates in April? It's hard to say, but it's not very likely. Currently, most economists predict a June 2016 interest rate hike, but there's always room for a surprise if the data looks good. Well, that's it for the April Educational Economic Update. As always, if you have any questions or concerns about what I've discussed, please give our office a call at 847-426-1077. And please remember that nothing I talk about here is a recommendation. If you'd like to discuss your personal financial situation, please give me a call. I'd be happy to talk to you. Once again, this is Larry Strelecki with Assured Concepts Group, signing off for the month of April 2016.
If you would like to discuss your portfolio or personal financial needs, Please contact us at 847-426-1077. Nothing stated in this presentation should be considered an offer of a securities product nor an investment strategy. The advisors of Assured Concepts Group offer securities and investment advisory services through FSIC. FSIC is a member of FINRA and SIPC.